Welcome back to Hindsight Outdoors, where hindsight leads to insight. In our last episode, I had insights going into the hunt. Primarily, there were two insights that made the hunt successful. First was utilizing snowshoes. And even though that was the first time me using the snowshoe, it turned out pretty well. The second insight I had going into the hunt was because it's late season, I decided I was just going to run one dog. The other thing is the snow was deep and I just did not want to take the Brittany and have him struggle through the heavy snow. So I left him in the car. That turned out to work really well. But since the video was getting too long, I decided to hold off on covering the hindsight and insights that I gained from that last hunt. So if you remember, in that last hunt, I had an epic recovery of a downed bird. It took us a while, but we did finally manage to find him. Now, many of you were probably thinking, why did I name that video Omaha versus Epic Recovery? Well, in this episode, I'll show you what the real epic recovery effort in the hunt was.
He's in there somewhere. Go get him. Dead bird, dead bird, dead bird. Donald, come. Ah. Yep, follow the blood trail. Where the heck did he go? There he is. There he is. Get him. We work hard for him. Get him. Get him. Good boy. Get him. Get him. Get him, boy. Get him, boy. Get him, boy. Get him. Get him, boy. Get him. Get him. Get him. Come on. Get him.
Many minutes later.
Get him, boy. Get him, boy. Get him, boy. Good. You got him. You got him. Oh my goodness. Good boy. Good boy. We worked hard for that one, didn't we? Good boy. Good boy. That was one hell of a chase.
But wait! There's more!
Okay, I don't know when I lost my GPS unit, my Garmin, so I'm gonna backtrack.
Oh, you lost it?
Yeah, if you're following my footsteps, right where you're at, I was walking from there on, I still had it, so I'm gonna come back towards you. my handheld. I clip it on my vest, but there was a couple times where I fell backwards. I think that's probably where it fell off. So I'm just gonna backtrack my steps. Should be able to find it. So this is pretty bad. I lost my Garmin 200 handheld unit. So I backtracked to at least the place where I last remember I had it, but nothing. If it fell off, it would have been in the snow somewhere, but it may have been during those couple times where I slipped and fell into the snow, and that's probably when it came off. So, gosh darn it, that's what, $700. So I don't know. We'll just go back. But shucks.
All right, get it together, old boy. I know. I'll just stop thinking about it.
So, luck would have it that I retraced my steps and couldn't find it. Then it dawned on me that Thanos has a color. And when Thanos stops, the alert sounds on the handheld. And so that gave me an idea to take the color off of Thanos and go as far back as I thought where last I remember I had it. There were 3 instances where I know it could have possibly fell off. If I took the color off of Thanos and I go back and retrace my step, basically go the same direction again and stop about every 25 yards, I should be able to hear the alert from the handheld unit. And that's what I did. Kept working back, and wouldn't you know it, I heard a faint sound. It was faint, so I couldn't tell whether it was far or whether it was below me or whether it was buried in the snow. It turns out it was the last place where I fell before I got to the road, probably about 100 yards from the road. So I stopped, so the alert went off, and sure enough, Garmin, I think we have a product improvement opportunity. It was just on my strap here, and I was just walking, and there it is. Look at it. It fell off. So Garmin, there's your product review. It just fell off. I was using a belt clip, and it just fell off of my strap. But in my opinion, the belt clip is not strong enough. The spring is not strong enough. And that's why you see that it just fell off. So it's fallen off multiple times, but luckily I spotted it and I was able to pick it up. In this particular case, I fell in the snow wearing snowshoes. And so when it fell off into the soft snow, I didn't realize it. And then in my struggle to get back up, I must have covered it with snow. So I never realized that it fell off. So Garmin, again, this is in the field review of your product. Product works fine. It's the accessories that probably needs to be improved upon. But I'm just glad I found it again, because that's like $700.
Now, prior to the hunt, I did have a pouch that I sewed, and this pouch was to be for the handheld unit, that I can just plop it in there and secure it in place, and then snap it onto the belt loop. The problem why I didn't use it was because I didn't secure it down here, so it was just swinging around, and then it also got in the way when I was going to mount the gun, and I didn't want that to be a problem. So I decided I wasn't going to use it yet until I finished designing or accounting for that. So I left it at home. And I just went with the belt loop, and obviously that's what led me to my problem. As I had this in there, and unfortunately, like I said, this belt loop is too flimsy. The spring is not strong enough, and it just fell off. So with the hindsight gained from that hunt and the experience of losing this handheld, very expensive handheld, I decided to make a very inexpensive investment in getting a pouch from Amazon. I'll provide the link below, and hopefully it works for you, but I think this will work for me. And so all I have to do is take the belt loop or the belt clip off, and this fits just fine. Now there's a couple model. The version that I got is the one that contains a stretchy side, so you can stretch. And the thing I like about it is that it has this bungee cord and the snap to secure it in place. And with that, in the back, it has a belt loop this belt loop will actually fit just fine right here. And I'll show you. And there you go. It's snapped in place, and this will not fall off. If I need to take it out, again, just remove the snap, bring it out, and you got the handheld. Put it back. And snap it in place. So this is what it looks like when the case is in place. Again, it's just because I did this modification myself, but you can probably put it in a belt loop somewhere. From the hindsight of this hunt, I also made 2 more adjustments, one of which was on the handheld itself. I added additional orange on the antenna. I just basically used orange duct tape and just put it there just because when it falls, it's easier to locate. Next, I did pick up the smartwatch from Garmin. In this case, it's the Fenix 6 Pro. Yes, it's one version behind, but it was cheaper. Amazon had it for $300, and so I was able to pick it up. And I've already synced it up with the handheld unit. So going forward, I don't have to keep taking this out and try to locate where my dogs are. I can just look at the location on my watch, and it will tell me where they are. I'm super excited, and I'm looking forward to next season. It's going to be a long off season. I hope you find this episode useful and entertaining. I did learn quite a bit from it, and until next time, take care.